When companies first adopt marketing automation, it's very common that they'll roll out a simple lead scoring program. And for many clients, that's really the only scoring program they'll ever need. For some, however, especially those clients that have multiple business units or are in multiple geos, for example, a one scoring model fits all approach just isn't very effective. I want to take a few minutes and show you a client that we've been working with for about a year who has taken lead scoring to new heights. They have 9 lead scoring models, and they all work in complete harmony, and they all perform really well. I want to show you some of the gotchas that we encountered as we built these out, the solutions that we created to resolve them, and how the lead scoring programs are working to date. Let's take a look. Welcome to Alaska Communications. While these guys are based in Alaska, they actually provide services throughout the Pacific Northwest. They focus on consumer products such as wireless voice and data, and they have a very large business group as well that actually manages 9 business units. The products range from internet services, data network services, voice, wireless, IT, hosted services, disaster recovery, HD video conferencing, and fleet management. Now, because their sales reps are free to sell any product to any person within their geographic footprint, it was really important for sales to have visibility into the scores based on each product unit. A one-size-fits-all scoring program just wasn't going to work for these guys. Our first order of business was to try and lay out all of the explicit scoring questions for all 9 business units on one piece of paper and kind of see where the questions fell. We knew that we were going to ask a series of about somewhere between 7 and 9 questions throughout our nurturing programs. But what we didn't know was how much overlap we were going to have between the different business units. For example, Concurrently on IT had a specific set of requirements for job title. However, another business unit, let's say disaster recovery, had completely different job requirements for job title. So the first thing we had to do was to get everybody to collectively agree on some standardized pick list values for questions like job title, employees, industry, job role, etc., etc. So at the end of the day, we were really lucky, and sales did a great job of collectively coming up with a series of questions that could be used across all 9 business units. At that point, we went through every single BU by BU and then mapped out the order of the questions that would appear with each new asset as part of the nurturing program. Let's take fleet management as an example. The very first nurturing touch would include a form that included first, last, email, and company. The next touch in the program, you would simply be presented with a new question, job role, and that's it, just one new question. The next asset would contain a new question, job title, and so on and so forth. So while we got everyone to collectively agree on some standardized fields, and those are all the ones that are in red here, what we realized was that it was very likely that I might have an interest in fleet management and at some point also have an interest in, let's say, hosted services. So the odds of me getting asked job title more than once were pretty good. What we wanted to do as a good user experience was eliminate that and get an understanding of what they've already answered and somehow figure out a way to serve up the next unanswered question by business unit. So we created some custom JavaScript and created what's called a progressive profile form. But this isn't just any progressive profile form. It actually understands which business unit the asset belongs to and literally serves up the next unanswered question. Let's see how it works. Alaska Communications has lots of assets. They have videos, case studies, webinars, checklists, white papers, etc. So let's pretend I have an interest in a case study regarding data network services. So I click on this, and I'm actually taken to an Eloqua landing page, branded to look just like their web page, to the point where even the fields are branded to look like their website. You'll notice that there is a reconfirmation of the specific asset I'm interested in, and it's asking me to confirm my email address. Now, I've already been to the site, so I've already been cookied, and that's how this form knows who I am. But let's pretend I'm a net new person, never really registered for anything on the site before. Let's just say net new person at test.com. As soon as I click submit, it's going to go into Eloquent and say, does this person's email address exist? And of course the answer is no. So if you remember our matrix, it's going to ask first, last, company, and email address. But because I do exist, let's just go back, click on the same asset. I'm going to confirm that, yep, that's my email address. I click submit. It's going to ask the next unanswered question specific to this business unit. So I'm going to answer the question. I'll click submit, and I'm off and running to my asset. Now let's say it's a week later. Somehow I've switched gears. I'm now interested in IT. I want this case study. Once again, it's verifying who I am, and it's asking the next unanswered question based on the IT business unit. I answer that, click submit. Of course, I'm off and running to my asset. Let's say it's a week later. I'm really ADD, and I'm now interested in fleet management. By the way, job role never has appeared before, so I'm answering this for the first time. So if I'm interested in some other business unit that also asks job role, I won't get asked it again. Click submit, off and running. You get the idea. Right? Network management, I can do the same thing. By the way, job role was part of the matrix, but because I've already answered it, I now am asked job title. You see how it works? You'll notice it's always one question on this form, and by the way, this is actually the same form over and over again, and we're just using JavaScript to serve up the right question. Because it's just one form, the conversion rate on this is astronomical. It's actually close to 99%. The average form drop-off rate is about 70%. By the way, you might be wondering why I'm always asked to verify my email address. This only is a function when I'm on the website. If I'm part of an email nurturing program, I'm sent the email, and because I'm sent the email, it already knows who I am, so it's not going to ask me my email address. This only applies when I'm actually on the website. Well, there you have it. Sales is happy because they get insight into the lead scores of each lead by business unit. Marketing's happy because they get insight into the effectiveness of their assets. And of course, the customer's happy because they get a really good user experience. If you happen to live in the Pacific Northwest, by all means give Alaska Communications a call. And if you'd like your own progressive profile form or a combination progressive profile form with multiple lead scoring programs built for your company, give Stadia a call. Thanks for watching.